Our guest now is Professor Georg von Krogh. He is a professor for strategic management and innovation at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Zurich, and moreover, he is the chairman of the jury of the St. Gallen Wings of Excellence Award. Professor von Krogh, you have read a great many of the essay contributions to the St. Gallen Wings of Excellence Award. What are the issues of greatest concern for the young generation in these times?
I think there are a couple of issues that sort of stand out. One is clearly what is going to happen with globalization, because many of these people actually grew up in times where economies and where businesses were becoming increasingly globalized. They're a little bit concerned about how the world is going to look like down the road in 3-4 years. Will they still have the same chance to, for example, travel freely, to do business abroad in the way that they would like to make careers in international companies and so on? I think this is one very important issue. The second important issue is also in the aftermath sort of the crisis. What are the job opportunities? How can I position myself in a good way? What type of industries will be most attractive for me to work in? What type of jobs should I actually seek? These are really top on the agenda, I would say.
The panel with the winners of the award is an important part of the symposium. What do these voices contribute to the exchange of ideas at the St. Gallen Symposium?
I've been a guest at the St. Gallen Symposium for many years, and I have to say that one of the sessions that I always personally like the most is exactly the Wings of Excellence Award session. Because here we have the possibility to listen in to what future leaders think about the state of the world and how they also hope that the world is going to look like in the future. So, in many ways, the Wings of Excellence Award sort of embodies the value, one of the core values of the St. Gallen Symposium, namely to foster a strong dialogue between current and future leaders.
Many of the speakers from the corporate world here address the crisis and delusion, and not all too many emphasize opportunities rather than misery. Are the students more optimistic about the future?
I think the students are more optimistic in general. Perhaps if you read the essays, you get the feeling that they look for opportunities. When I talk to my students sort of at the university, at ETH, when I talk with students at the University of St. Gallen and so on, you get kind of a mixed impression. Sometimes people really fear short term for their jobs or what the job market is going to look like. But still, at the same time, they really think about new opportunities. For example, you see now in the kind of aftermath of the crisis that we get a tremendous entrepreneurial activity amongst new students. Students actually like to set up their own companies. And in Switzerland, for example, just in the area of ETH last year, I think we had 34 spin-off companies from graduate students and professors, which shows that even in times of crisis, people seek opportunities.
What would you tell the students out there in the world in a 1-minute spot about the St. Gallen Symposium and the St. Gallen Wings of Excellence Award? Why should a student contribute to this kind of symposium, and why this is a personally enriching experience?
I'm not going to be modest. I think the St. Gallen Symposium is the best opportunity on the planet for future generations of leaders, for students today, to actually meet with current generation of leaders. I don't know of anything that can actually match the standard, the type of dialogue, the quality of the St. Gallen Symposium, also very much kind of supported by the whole organization behind the St. Gallen Symposium. So just do it. It's tough competition to get in, but just try your luck, send in an essay, and try to make the best out of it. Thank you.
Professor von Krogh, thank you very much for this talk. Thank you.